The enigma of the Soviet radar complex at Chernobyl. More than 3 decades after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster, one of the Soviet Union's most enigmatic military installations continues to loom over the surrounding exclusion zone. Located near the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, the Duga-3 radar system, also known as Chernobyl 2, remains a striking relic of Cold War-era strategic competition. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union constructed a massive long-range radar array near Chernobyl, reportedly at a cost twice that of the nuclear power plant itself, according to Newsweek. The installation formed part of a broader Soviet early warning network designed to counter the perceived threat of a nuclear strike from the United States. A highly classified military installation. Duga-3 was among the most secretive and strategically significant military facilities of the Soviet Union. It operated under stringent security protocols and was referred to exclusively through code names or aliases. On official Soviet maps, the site was disguised as a children's summer camp, while local residents were informed that it functioned merely as a radio transmission tower. The radar array itself was extraordinary in scale and appearance. Often described as resembling a vast steel wall, the structure weighed an estimated 14,000 tons, stood approximately 150 meters high, and extended nearly 700 meters in length. Comparable in height to a 50-story building, it was visible from several kilometers away. According to accounts cited by Newsweek, more than 1,500 military personnel, scientists, engineers, and their families lived and worked at the site during its operational years. The complex included residential buildings, kindergartens, and supporting infrastructure, all of which were abandoned following the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear accident. Today, piles of obsolete computers, radio equipment, and vehicles remain scattered beneath the radar, while buildings once adorned with Soviet propaganda murals have fallen into decay. Speculation and strategic purpose. The extreme secrecy surrounding Duga-3 gave rise to numerous conspiracy theories. Some speculated that it was a Soviet mind control experiment, capable of influencing human behavior or causing neurological harm. Other theories suggested that the system was intended to jam Western communications or interfere with submarine signaling, as reported by The Sun. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s, partial declassification of Russian documents, combined with Western intelligence disclosures, gradually clarified the radar's true function. Duga-3 was, in fact, a high-frequency over-the-horizon radar system designed to detect intercontinental ballistic missile (ICBM) launches from the United States. By transmitting radio waves into the ionosphere and analyzing their reflections, the system aimed to provide early warning of a nuclear attack. In addition to the Chernobyl installation, the Soviet Union constructed a similar radar complex in the Far East, oriented toward North America. The Ukrainian newspaper Fakty quoted Volodymyr Musiets, a former commander of the Chernobyl radar facility, who stated that the sole purpose of Duga-3 was to detect a nuclear strike against Soviet territory. Duga-3 was capable of identifying a nuclear attack within the first 2 to 3 minutes after enemy missiles left their launch sites, Musiets explained. NATO intelligence services were aware of the installation and succeeded in photographing. In later declassified intelligence assessments, NATO referred to the radar complex as Steel Yard. The Soviet Woodpecker construction of Duga-3 began in 1972, and the system became operational in 1976. Due to its enormous power requirements, the radar was deliberately built near the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant. The radar's transmissions produced a distinctive, repetitive tapping sound across radio frequencies, earning it the nickname the Soviet Woodpecker among amateur radio operators worldwide. According to the Miami Herald, the Soviet Union was accused of disregarding international frequency allocation regulations and transmitting high-power signals across a wide range of frequencies. These emissions were widely blamed for disrupting aviation communications, radio and television broadcasts, and telecommunication systems both within the Soviet Union and in neighboring countries. To mitigate interference, Soviet television sets were often equipped with specialized anti-jamming devices. Decommissioning and contemporary significance. Duga-3 ceased operations in 1989, 3 years after the catastrophic explosion of reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant. The precise reasons for the system's shutdown remain a subject of debate. Some analysts argue that the approaching end of the Cold War, combined with the Soviet Union's economic decline, rendered the radar unsustainable. Others contend that the technology had become obsolete, superseded by more accurate and reliable satellite-based early warning systems. Given its military significance, most documentation related to Duga-3 was either destroyed or remains classified in Russian archives. In 2002, Ukraine opened the Chernobyl exclusion zone to tourism, though access to the radar complex itself remained prohibited until 2013. Today, visitors may approach the site only as part of guided tours. According to Yaroslav Yemelyanenko, director of Chernobyl Tour, many visitors are struck by the sheer scale of the radar installation and regard it as one of the most compelling landmarks of the Chernobyl zone.